You already listening to songs in repetition. So you can do this, beloveds. So when we see this in culture, in TikTok, on Instagram, where people are dancing to a song or playing the hook of a song, even if you don't know the entire song, you remember the hook because it is repetitive. So there's value in the repetition. What's up, y'all? Single women of God, come to the front. So today I want to talk about the purpose of a song. And maybe you've heard me talk about the Song of Solomon a lot. And you may be saying, so what, or big deal, as it relates to relationships, friendships, safety, empowerment, and community. So I don't have to tell you guys how integral music is in current culture, and it always has been for many cultures and centuries, etc. But if you're a believer, I want you to think of the Song of Solomon not just as a song, not just as poetry, but actually a prayer too, and literally it could save someone's life. I am convinced of that. Now, let me tell you why I say that. One of the first accounts we see of a song in the Bible is in the Old Testament with Moses. It's called the Song of Moses in Deuteronomy 32. Ironically, this scripture that is often quoted, I don't think most people know that it's part of a song, but it's the scripture that says, how could one put 1,000 to flight and two put 10,000 to flight? Yep, that's part of this song. Anyway, the song in Deuteronomy 32 is actually verses 1 through 43. I encourage you guys to read it yourself. But here's what it says in verse 44. It says, so Moses came with Joshua, the son of Nun, and recited all the words of this song to the people. He added, take to heart all words of warning I have given you today. So that particular song represented a warning. It says, pass them on as a command to your children. So don't you just listen to the song and recite it. Pass it on. Pass them on as a command to your children so they will obey every word of these instructions. These instructions are not empty words. They are your life. And this is why I go hard for the Song of Solomon. I believe there is text in there that lets us know they are your life. Too many young ladies going out on dates, just minding their own black business, are being harmed, endangered, lured, trafficked, all of that. So literally, part of that song, it could be a matter of life. It says, they are your life. By obeying them, you will enjoy a long life in the land you will occupy when you come across the Jordan River. So that's why I go so hard about the Song of Solomon. Kind of just as a recap, the structure of the song, verses 1 through 4 of Deuteronomy, just kind of for context, is a call to heaven and earth to listen, praise of God and his greatness. Verses 5 through 14 are a contrast of Israel's corruption against God's faithfulness and his provisions in the wilderness. Why am I telling you this? Because similar to this song, if you read the Song of Songs, which is 8 chapters, it has several components. There's a section where it seems like it's mostly the woman talking. Then it's her friends. Then it's a male. Then it's his friends. And so it's not unlike a pattern we haven't already seen where a song example, Deuteronomy 32 has several different components and several different people that it's talking to. Verses 19 through 33 are God's announced judgment and discipline upon unfaithfulness, and then 34 through 43 are his ultimate divine compassion, his vindication for his people, and judgment for his adversaries. So we shouldn't take songs lightly. There's, a number of them. We know about the Psalms. This one is near and dear to my heart because, again, the object of the affection in the song is the Shulamite. She's described as a black woman. And so this doesn't exclude other women, but at a time where we are at an all-time high just in terms of relational dysfunction, like now it's like, do we even like each other? Males and females, there's so much friction and contention. And while there are healthy relationships, etc., for single people who are desiring a mate, desiring to be married, who have not gotten to the point that they would choose the bear, or that they are, what's the other term they use? They're not divesting, right? And even if you're on the fence, the idea of just dating and going out should not come with trauma, extremely bad experiences, or even harm and danger. And so the Song of Solomon, and I know typically, it's used in the context of married people, but the majority of the song, poem, the text, they were not married. So it's a blueprint to relationships. So that's the purpose of a song. I hope that you will, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I'm purposing to do better about consistency. And, I'm always trying to think, what's the strategy and all the things. I think I'm going to just start downloading my notes. I have over 1,000 notes that I have. So my life's work outside of my career in corporate America, which exceeded 35 years. My other life's work has been studying and researching the Song of Solomon for the last 20 years. So, and I really, like I said, if I can help the next generation, if at minimum I can help young ladies to be safe, help, we're dating and fraternizing with the opposite sex is not traumatic. But let's just start there, right? Right. Until next time, beloved, I wish that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. This is Coach Roberta, your friendly disruptor and soul coach.